The opening scene features Duffy and Don, two US Army soldiers engaged in conflict with terrorists. Amidst the gunfire, one of their comrades and close friends is shot and killed. The scene then transitions to present day, in a bar where Duffy is playing poker with some dudes. When he wins all the money, the others accuse him of cheating and refuse to pay up. This leads to a brawl which catches the attention of Max, an ex-convict and manager of an underground fight club. The following day, Max approaches Duffy and offers to arrange fights for him, citing Duffy's skills and his own connections as potential for significant earnings. Since Duffy is struggling financially, he accepts the offer. In the next scene, we are introduced to Fosco, a fight manager and friend of Max. Fosco arranges a fight for Duffy and Max places bets on him. As expected, Duffy defeats his opponent easily and we get to see some cringe Mortal Kombat CGI. The narrative then shifts to Max's sister Rachel, engaged in a heated argument with her abusive boyfriend. For some reason, everyone in this movie calls him a piece of shit, so we're gonna do the same. When Max and Duffy arrive at the scene, Duffy punches the piece of shit, who then leaves and later encounters the villains of the movie, Sage, a crime boss and fight club operator, and Ellen Ridgway, a corrupt detective working with Sage. It is revealed that a piece of shit owes money to them. Ellen asks if he has the money, to which piece of shit responds, "No, but it's in my girlfriend's house." Ellen then shoots him in the head. In the next scene, Max meets with Sage. As it turns out, he also owes Sage some money. Max offers a portion of his previous fight earnings and requests Sage to arrange a fight for him with his fighter, saying if his fighter wins, the debt will be clean. Sage accepts. And the scene then cuts to the night of the fighting. Duffy struggles a bit at first, but then finishes his opponent with one punch and cleans Max's debts. Just as they're about to leave, Sage offers them double or nothing for another fight with his best fighter. Duffy bargains for triple or nothing, and Sage accepts. The fight begins, initially appearing evenly matched. However, Duffy begins experiencing haunting flashbacks from the military days. Upon regaining his composure, he goes berserk on his opponent, delivering a series of powerful blows until Max stops him. In the next scene, Detective Ellen is at Rachel's house. He orders his man to search through the house for the money, but when they cannot find it, Ellen threatens Rachel, saying, "For your daughter's sake, you will find the money and bring it to us." When Duffy and Max are at Rachel's house, Max gets furious hearing about what happened. He figures out Sage is behind this, so he confronts him at his gym. But Sage claims he doesn't know anything about what happened, but he knows that piece of shit owed money to Detective Allen, and if Max wants her to leave his sister alone, he and Duffy must win more fights to pay the debt. As the next fight unfolds, Ellen and Sage are present, but tensions escalate as Ellen accuses Sage of her lost money, leading to a confrontation, with Sage threatening Ellen, saying he has pictures of her and her cops doing illegal activities. When Duffy and Max arrive at this scene, they find out that their opponent is a cop and it seems like a setup, but they have no choice but to proceed. The fight begins and after a few punches, Duffy knocks his opponent to the ground, but the cop doesn't get up. When they check, they find out he's dead. Shocked by the death of the opponent, our protagonists flee the scene and call Rachel, telling her to pack and that they need to leave. Rachel, who has found the money behind the dumpster in the yard, tells her daughter that they need to leave. Just as Max and Duffy arrive in the house and they want to leave, the car passes by the house and starts shooting at them, injuring Rachel's daughter. Max calls the ambulance and decides that it is time to finish this business for good. Duffy says he has a friend who could help. They both then meet with Don, Duffy's old friend from the military. They have this weird bromance connection, and I was disturbed when I watched the movie. Don has brought guns and wants to help, saying he's bored with no action around. The team then goes to Sage's gym, armed with heavy guns. They confront Sage, saying they had a deal. We pay you and you leave us alone. Sage claims this was all Ellen's plan, and that she has set all of it up. At this moment, Ellen's men bust the gym with the SWAT team. Gunfight begins. During the fight, Don gets shot, Max gets shot, Sage gets shot, his girlfriend gets shot, this guy gets shot. After all the shooting is over, with everyone dead, Ellen confronts Duffy. She's busy talking to him like all dumb villains do, when Max shoots her and she dies. Duffy rushes to Don as he's taking his last breath. They have some more weird romance and Don dies. In the ending scene, we see Max happily having dinner with his family and Duffy leaving the city, but he tells Rachel in a letter to save the guest room for him, saying he will be back. Now, calling this movie mediocre would be a compliment. Dull acting, movie about fighting without a good action scene, crap ending,